Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a hedgehog diet video. This video was requested by Noah the Kiwi, so thank you for requesting and I hope you enjoy this video. So let's get started. My hedgehog's diet primarily consists of high quality pellets, fresh water, and fresh food and treats. First of all, before I talk about my hedgehog's diet, I'm just going to explain some things you should look for in dishes for your hedgehog's food or water. So I have a ceramic water dish for my hedgehog, and I have a plastic pellet dish. Lots of people choose to do two ceramic dishes because obviously ceramic is more sturdy than plastic. But my hedgehog doesn't flip over his food very often, so the plastic dish works fine for him. The water dish I think should be a ceramic because I know my hedgehog will always try to stand in his water dish a lot, and they're really easy to tip over, and they make a huge mess. And it's really uncomfortable, like, for their environment to be, like, totally wet. So you should make sure that this dish doesn't have a big chance of spilling. And then for their feeding dish, you want to make sure that they're not too tall. I guess this could go for both dishes. They should fit your hedgehog size because they shouldn't be like straining to try and get into the food. And you also want to make sure they're not too large. Like for a food dish, I probably wouldn't give my hedgehog something like this because my hedgehog will probably go and stand in there and then poop in his food and like soil it. So something more small but still easy to get into would be perfect for your hedgehog. So firstly, hedgehogs should have fresh water available to them at all times. They usually enjoy it be given in some type of a watering dish. So that's what my hedgehog prefers. And I change my hedgehog's water once a day, but some owners may have to change it more frequently if their hedgehog is up during the day, because if there's any type of shaving or poop or it's littered in some type of way, then you'll have to change it more often. But my hedgehog usually doesn't come up during the day since he's nocturnal, so I only have to change it once a day. Next, I will talk about the pellets that your hedgehog should have. So, this jar isn't the pellets that I'm actually feeding my hedgehog. I did try these pellets before, but my hedgehog wasn't a big fan of them. They look like they are good pellets, though, that are made for hedgehogs, because they do have protein put in them, and they have vitamins and minerals and stuff in it. But I just use this jar kind of as a mixing jar because my hedgehog has two types of pellets. My hedgehog's food is a 50-50 mix of chicken soup for the cat lover's soul, adult cat formula, and Pretty Pets hedgehog food. High-quality cat food is really recommended for hedgehogs because it has really good protein levels, but it shouldn't have too much fat in it. So this specific food is recommended by a lot of people. It's just chicken soup for the cat lover's soul, adult cat formula. This comes in the light as well, which I think is the better formula because it has less fat. I just have the regular formula right now. But if I turn it around, its protein levels are really good because the protein should have between 25 and 35% in my opinion, and that's at 30%. The fat is a little bit high. I'd prefer it to be more around 15%, but it is at 20%, which isn't too bad, but not the best. You should also look for, when you're looking at cat food, that its first ingredient is some type of meat, preferably chicken. So this is no type of meal. Chicken meal is after it, but the first main ingredient is chicken. And this food also contains fresh chicken, salmon, turkey, and duck, and vegetables. So the ingredients are really good and natural. So that's why I really like this food, and my hedgehog really likes it too. This food isn't too expensive. It was $15, and I bought it at my local pet store. And it'll last me a long time because it's a fairly large bag. It's, how much? 6 pounds. The other pellets that my hedgehog gets are the Pretty Pets Premium Hedgehog Food, and this is a commercial hedgehog food. Most hedgehog owners don't really like feeding their hedgehogs this type of food because they usually just don't have proper protein levels and they don't have great ingredients, and this really isn't an exception. If you see, the first ingredient is ground corn, and you have to go a few ingredients down until you finally get to poultry meal, and you don't even have really chicken, it's meal, so it's not really natural, and it's just not very good for them. This food was $17.99, so it is quite expensive, and you only get 3 pounds, where the other one was $15, and you got 6 pounds, so you got, like, double this. The only reason I still feed my hedgehog this is because I have the whole bag still, and he used to really love it, but now that he gets the cat food, he really loves the cat food much better. So that's that food, and I just have to wait till this bag is empty before I can just start feeding my hedgehog pure cat food. The only really downfall of the cat food is that it does tend to make their feces a bit more smellier, but that's not a big deal because they are having a better diet and they're becoming healthier, so that's good. So this is the food that I feed my hedgehog. I just use this little scoop to give out the portion. This is around equivalent to 2 to 3 tablespoons, and my hedgehog will get around this much per day, of course depending on how much he ate last night. This portion is really good for my hedgehog because he tends to eat most of it, and the consistency, if you see in the food, is really good, so he gets the proper amount of food. So now I'll talk about the fresh foods and treats for your hedgehog. So my hedgehog really enjoys chicken. He'll usually at the most get it once a week, but usually it's 2 times a month he'll get a piece of chicken. Hedgehogs can also have a variety of different fruits and vegetables, but my hedgehog isn't a big fan of fruits and veggies. Lots of hedgehogs actually like hard-boiled egg too. I've tried that with my hedgehog. He doesn't like it. He's kind of picky. And I'm actually going to plan on trying this. I'm pretty sure hedgehogs can have yogurt. I'm pretty sure that's the only dairy product that they can actually process, because usually they will give them like an upset stomach and that type of thing. Some products you shouldn't be feeding your hedgehog are chocolate, seeds and nuts. Seeds and nuts can get stuck in their mouth. And grapes and raisins they shouldn't have. So yeah, there's a variety of different things you can try with your hedgehog. So be creative, and make sure you're researching it though before you give it to them, just to make sure it's safe, since they have specific dietary needs. So next I'll talk about actual commercial treats. So my hedgehog isn't a big fan of commercial treats. I've tried these with him. He's okay with them. These are fine for hedgehogs. They're Bandit's Premium Ferret Treats. They are ferret treats. But if you look in the ingredients are safe. They're not the best because they are chicken byproducts, but they are safe. These are semi-moist treats, and my hedgehog isn't a big fan of them. But you should also watch out for, if you're going to be buying commercial treats, not to be buying Ultra Bites hedgehog treats, because those actually are not suitable for hedgehogs. They actually contain raisins in them, and hedgehogs should not be having raisins. So yeah, that's something to watch out for. I'm not sure if the other stuff in it is okay for them, but that has been something that I've came across that I just thought I'd share with you guys. My hedgehog also, if I can get this container open, really loves mealworms. He'll usually get around 2 to 3 pinches of mealworms, so about that much per week, because hedgehogs are insectivores. I'm actually planning on trying some freeze-dried crickets with them to see how my hedgehog likes them. I've tried silkworms, and my hedgehog did not like them. You can feed them live, dead, or freeze-dried, or really however you'd like. Some hedgehogs will prefer to just have them dead or freeze-dried, so be aware of that, but some hedgehogs like them live. I personally would never give them live because I just don't really believe in that, and I think that's kind of gross, but I do give them freeze-dried, which my hedgehog likes. So that's my hedgehog's diet video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and also there will be some more of the requested videos up soon, as well as an update video that I will be uploading. Yeah, so that's it for now. Bye!